Hey everybody, I'm Christy Jordan with SouthernPlate.com, and you are in my kitchen for another afternoon kitchen chat. Only I look like death with onion rings. I didn't tell y'all this, but I actually just got back from a short business trip. I arrived in Philadelphia at 12:43 Wednesday night. I was in meetings all day Thursday, and then I got up this morning at 1 o'clock in the morning and packed up and drove to the airport to fly back home. I landed here this morning. A lot of people on Facebook were surprised at how early I was up this morning. That's why. I was actually up 2 hours before I posted my little good morning message. So I did give myself a reprieve since I'm going on that little sleep. And we're baseball capping it today, but I'm under here. See? Hey. But no, we're having to do baseball cap today. It's been a I'm tired. Anyway, I got home. I miss my kids, and tomorrow is a big. We're having something fun at school for them on Saturday. They're having a little event, so I've got to get 4 cakes made for a cake walk tomorrow, and get caught up on laundry and housework. And my in-laws are coming to visit, so they should be here in a couple of hours. So I've got a ham baking in the oven, and about 8 o'clock tonight, I'm probably going to drop. um, so I went to Philadelphia for the first time ever, and I nobody that lives in Philadelphia don't start saying that I would have come meet you because I would have loved to. But like I said, I arrived at 12:43 Wednesday night, meetings all day Thursday, and left at 1 o'clock in the morning this morning. So it was just one of the whew. Philadelphia is a really unique place. I've never been there before, and the people who live in Philadelphia have got to be some of the most brilliant drivers on earth to be able to navigate the roads there. If you live in a state that has clearly marked roads, like actually has the paint so you can tell where the lane is and everything, or has a sign that tells you a lane's fixing to end, or anything like that, like signage or marked roads, you really should never drive in Philadelphia. I don't even know how those roads are legal. Honestly, I have never seen anything like it in my life, and I won't be driving there anymore. I'm going to have to go back one more time, and I will be having a taxi or a shuttle service or something. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I mean, you're driving on the road, you really cannot tell what lane is what because I'm sure they painted them at some point. And these are major freeways and stuff. And so I would try to just stay in the right lane because then you can see the road ends on this side so you can kind of judge your lane. But if you have to end up getting in the middle, then you're just kind of hoping. And the speed limit is 55. And if you go 55, they're just going to flat out run you over. They tried to run me over several times. I would go because it was bad. I mean, and the signs are so confusing if there are any signs. If you see a sign, you think, well, like this morning up closer to the airport, I saw a sign that said lane ends 500 feet, and you think, well, that's nice of them to put a sign up there. All the other times the lanes ended, they don't put a sign or anything. You'll just be driving down the interstate or freeway or whatever it is they call them out there, and a car just starts coming on over you, and you're like, what are they doing? Then you realize their lane is ending. Or your lane is ending. At one point, I came off a ramp, and usually when you come off a ramp onto a freeway, in Alabama, you have, 100 feet or so to kind of merge. You come off a ramp, it just shoots you right out into traffic. There are no signs. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no painted dots on the roads that the little how in Alabama we have the little lights our lanes are painted. There's little dashes telling you where the lane is and lights. That's not there. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen, which leads me to the fact that anybody who lives in Philadelphia or drives in Philadelphia, they are superior drivers to everyone else in the rest of the country. Because if you can drive on those roads and live, you're brilliant and you're a genius. I think you have to be able to read the minds of our founding fathers to be able to tell where they meant this road to go. It's kind of like it's a mental thing. That was crazy though. So if you're from Alabama, which by the way, Alabama Department of Transportation, I love you. I never realized what all you did for me until I drove in Pennsylvania. I love you. And you're wonderful, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Okay, if you live in Alabama or a state that has clearly marked roads, um, don't drive in Philadelphia. And if you absolutely have to drive in Philadelphia, don't drive in Philadelphia. I don't care. They got taxis and shuttles and stuff, and it's not worth taking your life into your own hands. I had a white knuckle grip on that steering wheel the whole time. I ended up at one point, I could not get off, I could not get to my exit, so I ended up having to go on a toll road. And it took me 25 minutes out of the way. So I come back in a full circle finally and try to get to my exit again, and I still couldn't get to my exit, and I had to do the toll road again. That's why I got to my hotel so late the other night. And when I went through the second time, I talked to the man because I was paying cash, and I said, "It's me again." And he said, "You must not be from around here." And I said, "No, sir, and Alabama people ain't got no business driving on your roads." And he just laughed, and he waved me on through, didn't even make me pay the toll. Wasn't that sweet? One thing I learned up there, everybody's so nice there, really nice people. But one thing I learned is that when I'm in Philadelphia, I really have a southern accent. In Alabama, I don't have an accent. Philadelphia, I have an accent. And no, I didn't get to eat cheesesteak. It was the roads really honestly, the roads are pretty terrifying. So I got to my hotel. I had a couple protein bars in my purse, and I had oatmeal for breakfast at the hotel, protein bar for lunch, and I ate a little something in the hotel restaurant for supper, and then I came back to the airport. It's like I didn't want to risk having to go out and find anything. The one thing I wish I could have got to do is that Tasty Cake is in Philadelphia. And Tasty Cake is something that it's like a little Debbie. We had them here in Alabama when I was a little girl. We're starting to get them back, but not the kind that I like. I like the coconut ones from when I was a little girl. So, and they have a factory and everything there, and I'd like to get to see that one of these days. But anyway, that's why I've been, I'm working on a post now, a digest post for y'all. Hopefully I'll get it done soon, but I've got a lot of baking I've got to get done today, and housework and supper going before my mother and father-in-law get here, and the house is just a disaster. And the kids are going to be home in less than 2 hours, and then, I haven't seen them in a couple of days, so. All right. I love y'all very much. And I will talk to you soon. And I'm not telling you what I went to Philadelphia for yet. But I'll let you know soon. So, love you. Bye bye.